boys, welcome to another time where I just sit here and talk your guys' ears off. um I've been trying to do general relative updates as the days progress here, and I just kind of wanted to sit down and chat. um I feel like that's something that really helps to bring some sort of connection with the community, and it's something that I do on my streams all the time. Whenever I first go live, I sit there for at least 15 to 20 minutes, and I just talk to people who show up and stuff like that before I actually get into any sort of games or whatever I'm doing that day. So I kind of like doing the same thing every once in a while for YouTube. um oh god, excuse me. First and foremost, really big and amazing thing happened last week. We hit 200 subscribers to the channel, which is absolutely amazing. Like, for those of you who've been around for a while versus, anybody who may have just shown up, I started YouTube around the same time that I started streaming. Actually, I started YouTube a day after I started streaming. So what I did was I took my streams and then I chopped them up into 15-20 minute increments and posted them, and that's what the original Subnauticas were, and they were so cringe. It's unreal. If you haven't seen them, I'll put the links down in the description below. But it was just so cringe, and it it's been kind of crazy because I decided about, I want to say about 7-8 months into doing YouTube, that I was going to stop putting effort into it, because I'd really stopped putting effort in general already. It was to the point where I was sitting there kind of just like, was recording videos for a while, and then I stopped recording videos, and then I stopped putting effort into them. And instead of putting up horrible, like crappy, low quality videos where it was just always cut up streams, it got to the point where I was just cutting out anytime I went to a BRB screen. And then, eventually I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna wait. The videos were hot garbage, and it was bad. So I stopped for roughly about 7 or 8 months, and I was sitting at roughly about 150-ish subscribers. And then I picked it up around, I want to say, midsummer, mid to late summer, I would say. And we just crested the 200 subscriber mark, so that's like a 50 subscriber increase, and at such a short amount of time, which is absolutely amazing. And I'm really looking forward to see that continue to increase. If you guys didn't know, what I usually make as my background here is the final animation for the preview of a project that I'm working on. I have the entire first scene of my project done. It is all 100% created and animated by me. And so I'm really looking forward to it, and that's something that, like, what I personally would like to achieve by the time that project releases. I would love to achieve, I want to say, at least 500 subscribers. And I'm estimating late 2020, like holidays 2020, for the full project to be released, which it could be earlier, it could be later. But that's the estimated. That's even what I put in for the preview video, which again, I'll put the link down in the description below, or it might just play now. If it didn't, then you just got a funny face. But yeah, it's a preview project, and then I decided to start making more to it, and it all stemmed from me just like having an idea, and then I learned 3D editing, and now I'm just going crazy with it. It's absolutely fantastic. And so by the end of the year next year, I want to try to at least have 500 subs. I would love to push that further, but I know how hard it is to grow on YouTube, so I want to set realistic expectations. You know what I mean? I don't want to be like, oh, yeah, we're gonna hit 2,000 subs by the end of next year. I would love to try to be monetized on YouTube by the end of next year, but my more achievable goal is 500 subs by um you know January 1st, 2021, and my stretch goal is monetized by January 1st, 2021. So, um, anything can happen. The channel has been growing significantly in the past couple months already. So, if we keep seeing a growth like we've been having, it who knows? Maybe I could be monetized by July of next year or July of 2020. Who knows? But yeah. So I'm gonna be, or I'm working on that all the time. It's chaotic, it's crazy, and I just um, it's just it's hard, you know. Um, then the next thing, I posted a sped up video of me 3D modeling a sword not too long ago, and it got a little bit of traction, and I had put on it like, hey, I will post the final product, like the sped up version of me finishing up that sword whenever I do finish it. That's from my stream. I decided not to. um Sculpting, I say this all the time, but sculpting is my weak point. And while I did finish the sword, I didn't like how it turned out. Like I completely deleted the file. Um, and so I'll probably do some more 3D modeling stuff. God, my hair is a mess. Look at me, Jesus. Pro YouTuber, guys, messy hair. But I'll probably do like some 3D modeling stuff in the future. But right now, a lot of my focus is on the solo project, and more so than that, I've been actually getting taught how to take my 3D modeling stuff and make it as low resolution as possible while still having as high quality as possible, so that I can start selling the stuff that I make. And that has been an absolute headache. Um, if you guys have caught my streams at all, or if I think about it, I'll post a picture of it or something like that. But I've been working on an anvil, which I I have a tendency to just jump right into the hardest thing possible. And since an anvil is so complex, I'm like, all right, let's just jump into this. Let's try to make an anvil and make it look realistic and this and that. And it's just been chaotic. It's been absolutely chaotic. So once I learn how to do that stuff, maybe I'll even do a couple little tutorials and stuff like that. Who knows? I've been saying maybe I'll do some 3D modeling tutorials for a while, but there's photo finish tutorials, or photo, not tutorials, photo finish side of 3D modeling, and then there's like ready for games sort of style. And the person who's been helping me learn this, I played pretty much every game that he's ever created at this point in his solo careers. Darkstone Digital, also known as Brian Clark, also known as Grump. He streams creating games. He's now he shelved one game he was making, Outstation. Now he's going for his other game that he had shelved for a little bit, which is Our Secret Below. So he's a really great guy. The If you missed a video, I did his Patreon like prototype project thing last week. I'll put that in the link below as well if I remember. And, Inner was also his game, the subject was also his game, and he even put my name in the credits for the subject. I have a video of it, and I was kind of crying like a small little child. So, yeah, he's been helping me out with trying to not really tell me how to do things, but trying to lead me in the right direction so I can learn it myself, which is really cool. But yeah, so that's pretty much it. I don't want to bog down a vlog for too long. Like I said, we hit 200 subs. I'm roughly on track for the big project to be released in late 2020. Ideally, the big project will be, um, like I said, celebrating 500 or more subs. So we'll see about that. And yeah, 3D modeling stuff should hopefully come soon once I refine my process a little bit more. Oh, and if you want to see progress updates on the big project, patrons do get to see progress probably by the end of the week this week, so probably by like the 10th, I want to say. I'm gonna have the first scene animation done, and I'm gonna throw that up for the patrons to be able to see. I'm not gonna have like any sort of sounds or anything, but just basic animations of things, and so the patrons will be able to see that. Um, and then patrons also get to see like assets that I make and progress of the scenes that I'm making and stuff like that. So it's definitely worth it if you find the stuff that I'm making to be interesting. That's definitely a place that you want to go. You can be a $5 patron, $10, 25, 50. Each one gets to see a different amount of stuff. Like the full animation thing will probably be the $25 and up tier, like 25 and $50 tiers. But the like assets and stuff, every tier gets to see. So, you know, um, and $50 tier patrons, you guys end up having a chance of being in the project yourselves. So that's also really cool. But yeah, so thank you guys so much for watching. I hope everyone has a fantastic rest of their day, night, week, month, year, life, whatever you want to say. And I will see all of you. Oh, subscribe, ring that bell, and give your mother a hug. Yeah. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see all of you guys next time.